Guys, in this training video, I'm going to be going through how you can set up your chronometer for success, okay? So this is a real easy setup and a real easy thing to do. And it's just going to get you set up for success. If you've watched through the kind of chronometer videos already on the playlist, you'll have an idea how to do things, logging meals and all that type of stuff. And there's a ton, I've been through this on a couple of community calls as well. There's a ton of support in terms of how to do everything that we need to do on chronometer in terms of logging our meals and getting really good here. But I'm going to take you through a couple of little insights here as well, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to set our macros. We need to make sure that our targets are aligned, like this is aligned with what we're trying to do in our what's aligned with Everfit, sorry. So I'll have went in here and I'll have set your macros for the day. Now I've got training day and non-training day calories. So let's just look at my training day, for example. Okay, let's just call it that. So I'm going for 229 grams of protein, 412 grams of carbs, and 37 grams of fat. Yours will probably be a little bit easier to log, but you would just go down to your targets and profile. Okay. Now we get to this. You can do this on desktop as well. I really like the laptop version, although like I do everything on my laptop, so I might be a little bit biased here. But I really love doing this. It's really easy to do. So then what I want to do is just make sure that everything is synced up in that way. So everything is kind of all these targets are meeting what we're looking for here. Okay, so what did I say? 229. So that would be 229. This would be 412. And this would be 37, okay? And then if these targets don't match this custom energy target, you would just have to change this. You would just have to tweak this here. So I'd have to make this 2897. So all you need to do is just make sure that all this stuff here just matches what you have set up in Everfit, what I've kind of set for you in Everfit here. So that's all you have to do there. Chronometer would naturally give you something as well, like based on your data when you put in your basic profile. So you would, when you get a request to sign into Cronometer, you would get all this information that you just have to update. Once you update this information, it will then estimate your basal metabolic rate, and then it would probably just set you up as sedentary initially. Again, we don't have to worry too much about this because I've already calculated everything in the background. I'm just explaining kind of what Chronometer does there and why that might be different if Chronometer pops up with a kind of ratio for you and you're like, oh, that's different to what I had previously. Then it's like, well, no, we're just going to go off these targets that I'm setting for you here. Okay, so just making sure that this data here matches what you've got set in your Everfit here. Okay.